didn't see that. Did you go through my phone?
I did. You know what your problem is? I ain't got no problem. Don't tell me. Don't do that.
Love and Hip Hop Atlanta has always been full of drama, surprises, and intense confrontations, but episode 15 pushed things even further. This time, all eyes were on Kendra Robinson, Joc's wife, as her story took a turn no one expected. For years, she had been the steady partner by his side, supporting him through highs and lows, managing his image, and brushing off endless rumors with grace. But in this episode, fans got to see a very different Kendra, confident, focused, and no longer willing to hide how she really felt. From the start, it was clear Kendra was going through a tough patch in her marriage. Things between her and Joc had never been easy, but she had always stayed committed. Even with his messy past, questionable decisions, and the struggle of balancing fame with family life, she stood by him. Over the years, they had made it through a lot. Joc's complicated relationships, mistakes, and his ongoing battle to balance work with being present at home. But now, it seemed like things were falling apart for real. Joc has always been one of the show's most talked about personalities. Funny, flirtatious, and always in the middle of some kind of drama. Fans have seen him bounce between relationships, showing time and again that commitment wasn't his strong suit. Still, Kendra kept showing up for him, playing the role of the loyal wife even when others doubted if he deserved that loyalty. But now, it looked like Kendra was done making excuses. For the first time, viewers saw her focusing on her own well-being. The turning point came when she met with friends at a cafe, finally opening up about how she really felt. Frustrated, drained, and tired of always being the one holding their marriage together. Her patience seemed to have run out, and Joc's unwillingness to grow up or put their relationship first had her rethinking everything. Then came something no one expected. Kendra met someone new. Their connection was instant and intense, the kind of moment that made you stop and pay attention. He was thoughtful, present, and gave her the emotional support she'd been missing. For once, Kendra let her guard down, and it showed. Seeing her like that, honest, raw, and unsure, was a reminder of how much she'd been holding in all this time.
Sounded to me like, I'm gonna go on the freeze my eggs, so when it's over with, I have some younger eggs for the next I'm dealing with. That's how I felt. At this point, she said, let her do what she want to do. So I said, do what you want to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do. So
what do you mean?
I'm doing what I want to do.
You can't do what you want to do because the last time you did what you want to do,
You stepped out on Kendra and had a baby.
It feel like to me, she already made the decision for herself, for me, and our future. And, here I am. It's kind of like, do I go and prove her right and do my thing? When I already know how she feels, she already telling me what it is what it is, man. I'm like, whatever. You gonna say, you gonna do what you want to do, I'm doing what I want to do.
Joc, this is your wife. Maybe she's just hurt. You can't not care because...
But Gianna wasn't here when she said, I don't want to have kids with you. Nobody was here. I wasn't cheating with none of that. I was busting my ass to make sure I was providing for my family, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So whatever.
That's a lot. I've never seen Joc like this before, so clearly Kendra look talk with him never go too well. I'm afraid that Joc is gonna do something stupid. I'm here to find out.
Kendra had spent years trying to hold things together with Joc, putting in the effort to keep their marriage alive despite the constant emotional ups and downs. But when she connected with this new man, it reminded her what it felt like to be appreciated, to actually feel seen and valued. The tension between her past with Joc and this new connection created an emotional conflict that played out across the episode. Kendra was at a turning point. She'd always been committed to her marriage and family, but now she was questioning if staying was really worth the emotional toll. The idea of starting fresh with someone who seemed to genuinely care about her felt like a real option. For the first time in a long time, Kendra started thinking about her own happiness instead of just trying to make her relationship work. As the episode went on, Joc picked up on the change. The woman who used to stand by him no matter what was starting to pull away. His usual confidence was shaken as he tried to reconnect with her, hoping to bring back what they once had. But Kendra wasn't falling for it. She had changed, and people around her could see it. She wasn't the same quiet, patient partner who overlooked his behavior. Now she was standing her ground, making it clear that she wanted respect and real commitment. When Kendra and Joc finally had a serious talk, it was clear things had shifted. Joc tried to explain himself, but she wasn't interested in excuses anymore. Their picture-perfect image was gone, revealing the real issues they had been ignoring. For years, meeting someone new didn't mean Kendra was running out on her marriage right away, but it showed a big change in how she saw herself and what she wanted. She was no longer waiting around for Joc to get it together. She was ready to prioritize herself. The episode ended with Kendra still thinking about what her next step should be. Her chemistry with the new guy left fans wondering if this might be the beginning of the end for her and Joc. But more than that, her journey in this episode was about rediscovering herself. It was about realizing her worth, stepping into her independence, and finally understanding that her happiness shouldn't depend on anyone else. Episode 15 was a major moment for Kendra. She wasn't just Joc's supportive wife anymore. She was becoming her own person, ready to make decisions for herself. It set the stage for a new direction in her life, one that would test her marriage, her identity, and her relationships. It was a story about growth, change, and having the strength to move forward, even when it means leaving the past behind.
Because him not wanting to go has made me very suspicious.
Look, you deserve the absolute truth.
I thought I already had the truth.
Just listen to me. When me and you first met, you know what I'm saying? There were moments where our relationship overlapped hardly in my interaction. You gotta think, you and I was just friends for a long time.
The fact that you just now telling.
In this episode, we saw a completely different Kendra, a woman who was finally choosing herself after years of emotional exhaustion. It all started with a quiet but powerful scene. Kendra meeting her friends at a small local cafe. She opened up about the distance growing between her and Joc, how the silence had taken over their marriage, and how she was done being the only one trying. Her frustrations came pouring out, not just about Joc's behavior, but about how lost she'd started to feel within the relationship. Kendra had always been the steady one, the one who held things down when chaos hit, but now she was clearly done carrying the emotional weight by herself. Joc's inability to prioritize their relationship, his ongoing distractions with work, and the drama that seemed to follow him had chipped away at her for too long. She wasn't interested in playing the role of the understanding wife anymore, especially not when it felt like her needs were constantly being overlooked. Then something unexpected happened. Kendra met someone new. The energy between them hit instantly. There was chemistry, real and raw, and it stopped her in her tracks. This man was everything Joc hadn't been lately. Present, attentive, and tuned in to how she was feeling. Their moment together wasn't just flirtation, it was a spark that reflected how badly Kendra needed to feel seen again. What made the scene so strong was Kendra's vulnerability. For the first time in a while, she let her guard down. Not for Joc, but for herself. The woman viewers had watched stay loyal, patient, and quiet was now showing signs of a shift. She wasn't just reacting to Joc's actions anymore. She was exploring what her life could be if she stopped waiting for him to change.
So I don't have to know. I'm just saying. If she not coming into my house, you deal with that. Them your old ass, sad, sorry ass bones, you deal with that. I don't have to. You lucky I'm pouring this much. That's the blessing.
Was making it look like it was more than what it was. You should have reached out. I'm not a bitch off the street. You've got money with my family. Yeah, but I was getting money with him before you came along.
It doesn't
before
matter.
You married him. You still owed me a conversation, girl. You've been in my house.
But she said,
I don't owe anybody anything. You do. You owe me an explanation when you all up in my husband's explanation.
Kendra and Joc's relationship had always been rocky, but things worsened after their wedding. Cheating rumors about Joc refused to die down, and their fights, some shown on Love and Hip Hop, left fans questioning their future. While Kendra appeared strong on the outside, she began to wonder if marrying Joc was a mistake. Insiders said their biggest fights were about trust, Joc's past, and Kendra's frustration over constant comparisons to his exes. Kendra struggled with the public gossip and the pressure of being with a man known for his history. Meanwhile, Joc felt Kendra wouldn't stop punishing him for things he had done before their marriage. Then came rumors that Kendra had found someone new, a businessman, described by sources as loyal, respectful, and successful. Though she hasn't confirmed it, her cryptic posts on social media hinted that she may be moving on. Joc was reportedly blindsided. At first, he laughed it off as gossip, but as more details surfaced, his emotions shifted to anger and heartbreak. He didn't expect Kendra to walk away, especially after everything they'd been through. Sources claim he still loves her deeply, but now faces the reality that she might be done. Friends and fans are split. Some support Kendra, saying she deserves peace after putting up with so much. Others accuse her of doing the same thing she once criticized Joc for. Even Mama D weighed in, disappointed but understanding. Joc's exes added fuel to the fire, hinting that this might be karma. Then a bombshell dropped. One night, Joc saw messages on Kendra's phone. They weren't just friendly, they were emotional and intimate, sent to someone from her past. The kind of messages that shake trust to its core. Joc was crushed. He confronted Kendra, who froze, caught off guard. She tried to explain, but it was too late. The damage was already done. Now fans are watching closely. Will Joc try to save the marriage, or has Kendra already moved on? Divorce rumors are growing louder. What's clear is this: scandal has changed their relationship forever, and no one knows what's next.